Hello. Hi, Melkor. Good to see you. Yeah, first stream of 2026. I was on a bit of a break. Well, I went back to the UK for Christmas, which is why I wasn't streaming in the end of December. And then I came back from the UK and I was pretty tired. And then the first half of January was basically just a complete write-off. And so, yeah, today I decided, no, it's been long enough. I want to stream again. But I wasn't really sure if I had enough energy to do to commit to a full randomizer like I would normally be playing. I played a randomizer yesterday to just keep my hand in and see how I could handle energy levels and stuff over the course of it. And it was one of the more difficult randomizers I've ever done. Nemo, hello, welcome in. Yeah, I decided I'm finally going to play Broken Sword. Because I saw Vivi play it, but not all of it. I missed, I think, probably most of the playthrough, so I'm still, unspoiled on a lot of the game, and even the stuff that I did see played, I don't really remember what happened or what to do. So, yeah, my randomizer that I played yesterday off stream ended up being an absolute nightmare, which kind of put me off trying to play one today. I also like the idea of playing something that I can stop basically whenever I feel like it. It's not like with a randomizer I like to finish it, but that's a commitment of between 3 and 7 hours depending on how rough it is. So yeah, today we'll do Broken Sword, and hopefully I like the game and I continue playing it and I'll finish it. I think I probably will. I mean, I can't imagine hating the game and not being able to finish it. But so yeah, I've forgotten how to stream, as is tradition. I tried to check my audio levels. I think everything's okay. We'll have to see once the game gets started how the voices and stuff are. If they're too quiet, I can try and turn them up. So let me know, I guess. I also, just in case anyone is interested in totally pointless crap, I added a new chat command. So now you can do this, and you can find out how original you are. Because, yeah, exclamation mark OG also works if you're, I don't know, running low on key presses, or you've got tired hands. Oh, there's a cooldown. Actually, there doesn't need to be a cooldown. I'm going to go into, where's my MooBot settings? I will just remove the cooldown. It's not like I have 1,000 people in here all spamming the same command. Okay. Let's do this, and we'll edit this, and we'll go and we'll say... Oh, okay, well, no, it's already on the smallest cooldown it can be. It is not possible to lower the cooldown any further. Good to know. So, okay, every 5 seconds someone can find out how original they are, I guess. So, yeah, enjoy that. Okay, so, I'm gonna go over here. I don't need to have my controller out, because this is not a game I'm playing with a controller. Oh, I'm blocking the chat. Okay, well, let me... Very professional. Where is my... Oh, no, okay, sorry. I keep forgetting, if I want to change where this stuff is, I have to go somewhere else. I have to go to Stream Elements. This is definitely stuff that I could have done before I started stream. Okay, I should be able to edit this and just move this up a bit. And move this. Oh, hello, Twins! Thank you for the raid. Wow, hello, welcome in, everyone. You join me just as I'm rearranging my stream elements. If I save that. Okay, now chat is no longer being plugged behind my head. Hello. Sorry. Yes, let me go into the game and get ready to start playing. And thank you for the follows, Our Hero Bunny and Ghosty972. I appreciate it very much. I am... Oh, and also... There we go. I was just about to say I'm really close to 100 followers, and thank you very much for knocking me over the edge there. Thank you, Alexia P25 and Gnome Crimes. That is a fantastic name. Congratulations on being my 100th follower. We also have Boa Pop. Thank you for following. Afro, thank you for gifting a sub. Apparently I have a sub goal. I didn't know that. I didn't set that up. That must be an automatic thing. A7. This is a hard to read name. I apologize in advance. A7OAN. Please correct me if that's wrong. Rose Murray, thank you for following. Sai or Kai Mars, thank you for following. Simping Simply, that's a fun one to say. Thank you for the follow. Hazel Eye Art, thank you for following as well. Wow, this is first stream of 2026. Off to a good start. If you want to play with VFX in the future, Broken Sword might be a good one for matching lighting. That's a good point. Yeah, the atmosphere of this game is it's pretty good. I guess my model is a bit bright at the moment. Cool. Okay. Wow. That's really given me some energy for this stream. Okay. I'm just gonna dive into a new game. I think I briefly started the game just to make sure that it was capturing properly, which is why there's a continue option. But I didn't actually look at any of the dialogue. We're gonna look and recover from stream. Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm very, very poor etiquette. I totally forgot. Gotta give a shout out. Wow, thank you so much for the gifts, Twins. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Anyone who got a gift sub, enjoy my singular emote, which I'm very fond of. It was drawn by Vanille, who is one of my favorite streamers and also a talented artist. So I treasure this emote. So now you get to use it. I mostly play Ocarina of Time randomizers, which is why it's a little link. But today I'm trying out Broken Sword for the first time. So yeah, absolutely. By all means, have a look, have a rest. And I hope your stream went well. What were you... where was my... I gave a shout out. I should probably say what you were playing. Oh, you were just chatting. Lovely. Okie doke. I will start the game. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything. Nope, I think we're all good. Okie doke. New game. And okay, I think I probably want... Okay, if there is anyone who knows better, please let me know. I'm assuming I want classic mode. Because I guess I'm a purist, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know exactly if there's a particular reason, but yeah, classic seems like the correct choice, so we will go with this one. Okay. Oh yeah, we've got the controls. So I already looked through these, so I'll just skip. Oh, I guess just close that. Okay, and now the game
Paris
begins.
in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium.
Please let me know if
the city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Please let me know if the audio is bad, and I will try and fix it. I think it should be okay. Give Emery a list of dating simulators and how to guess which ones were real or fake. That sounds fun. Okay, we can hear George. So yeah, I said before, I've seen Vivi play this game, but not all of it. So there's like things that I know about this game. There is a clown. that's like one of the things that I know. But yeah, most of it is kind of a mystery to me, which is, you know, good, because it's a game where you've got to solve the puzzles. Let me have some water real quick. I wonder... Oh, okay, you can... It feels rude, but I am going to skip the credits. I'm not the biggest fan of clowns generally. That clown is unnecessarily threatening. Okay, so yeah, that's there was a lot less. I mean, obviously, a lot happened.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
This guy in the background, he is, he's committed to digging that hole. A cafe just exploded, and he does not give a shit. Okay, well, let's have a look around. What do we got? We have an umbrella that we can do some stuff with. We can go over there. We can go over there. We can take a look at this table. We can go and have a look in there. Okay, well, first things first, we'll look at the thing closest to us.
The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now.
Okay, but we can do something with it.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Always a valid choice. Newspaper.
Wrapped around the lamppost was a newspaper.
I'm going to be doing every interaction, I think. Because you never know when there's going to be a little gem of dialogue that's really
The leading
entertaining.
article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
Game can be a bit louder. Okay, I will... Okay, let's... I found an item. Yeah, okay, let's look at this so I can know how the game works. Okay, click to see my items. Click on an item to examine it. Click to use. Combine. Okay, fairly straightforward. Okay, let's turn up the volume. And I will also boost it in OBS slightly. I don't know why the audio on stream is always way quieter than the audio in my ears. So often I'll be like deafened by the game audio when it's like normal volume on stream. But okay, I just turned it up on stream. Hopefully it's a bit better now. Let me know if it could still use a little bit of a boost. Broken Swords one with the MC has something to say about everything. I wonder how many. I mean, I guess you could find out, but I wonder how many individual voice lines there are in the whole
The table
game.
had been overturned by the explosion.
How is the audio now?
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Probably a good idea.
The blast had blown out the glass, leaving a gaping hole.
Okie doke. Thank you for letting me know, Melkor.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
Okay, well, let's go inside. Oh, okay, well, I was just going to say we should check this guy's pulse, but I mean, the game is already letting us know. Okay, well, she's not dead, so let's go.
The pretty young waitress was unconscious.
Well, let's go check on her, I guess. Be responsible citizens.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
I mean, I don't actually know. Is this guy... I mean, he doesn't seem like a doctor. I'm going to assume that I'm not a doctor. He doesn't look like a... Also, so he's American, and he just offered her some, like, assistance, and didn't immediately try and charge her $10,000, so I'm guessing he's probably not a doctor.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
Sure.
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a cheat on it.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
Ah, that's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Yes. He is dead.
I think he might be.
I've never seen a real-life corpse before. Except for Grandmaman. That was different. She was family. Has he gone stiff?
I shouldn't think so. He's only been dead a few minutes.
Okay. So this is the dead guy, this is the clown. So, okay, these are the things that we can ask her about, I guess? Or we can show her the newspaper?
Did this newspaper belong to the old gentleman?
I don't know.
Someone has scribbled a note on it. It reads, Salah Ed-Din, 1345. Does that mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
Okay.
Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that horrible tune he played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either.
Okay, I'm assuming that there's not, like, other dial. Let's just find out.
Did the clown speak to the
Oh,
old
okay,
man?
so you can get
No,
multiple...
He just laughed at him. Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
Okay, so it is worth doing the same option multiple times.
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Oh, okay, so once you've exhausted the dialogue, it just goes as an option. Good to know. Does that also apply to...
About this newspaper.
I told you, it means nothing to me.
About this
Okay.
newspaper.
So
I told
items
you, it means nothing to me.
don't go away, but it looks like
How did
these
the old
things
man
do.
behave?
Well, agitated. He kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having an affair. He had that look about him, like a guilty husband.
Not to lean into cultural stereotypes too much, but as a French person, that would be an expression that maybe you're more familiar with.
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
Okay. That was a
Stay here,
profitable chat.
mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
Okay, so so definitely the body we're going to investigate. I'm just making sure there's nothing else. Oh, no, that's the options. No. Okay, so
It was the body of the old man. It was hard to believe I'd seen him alive only minutes before. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets.
oh, I meant to just
no wallet,
look
no
at him.
papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
I didn't mean to rifle through a corpse's pockets. Anything more? Or is that just the same thing again?
I checked his pockets.
No, okay. Alright, let's go back outside. Kind of surprised that no one seems to be reacting to this. Okay, anything I'm missing? No. We can't go this way, so... Oh, there's this table.
The table had been overturned by the explosion. I
Unlikely.
considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Yeah, I figured that wouldn't be anything. Okay, let's go and see if Mr. Diggy Diggy Hole Man has anything to say. Okay.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant. Move. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
So I understand that this game was made by a British company. So despite the fact that main character is American and it's in
What
France,
a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
I think some of the humor is going to be
Stop holding your breath at once.
right up my street.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
Okay, so we've got an incompetent sergeant and a competent
I
inspector.
doubt if she is in a fit state for questioning, monsieur. It smells to me as if she has been drinking.
As I feared, we have stumbled upon a den of iniquity, Moo.
Leave her to me, sir. I am used to handling drunken women.
I do not doubt that for one moment.
PNP Gamer, hello,
And
welcome in.
now, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity
I
of the
don't
cafe
think
at
I've
the time
disabled
of the
deaths.
explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
I think I did.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, there was a clown.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She doesn't remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe? I wonder.
Should I not have given her the brandy?
Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely
Okay.
academic.
We have a psychic detective.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
My thoughts thus far. So I've seen this game a little bit. like other bits of it later in the game. So this isn't my like completely brand new first ever experience of it. But it seems like a very well made game, especially considering how old it is. Well, I guess it's the remaster, so it's been polished up. But yeah, I'm aware of this being like a classic, a really good game. So I'm looking forward to playing it. Okay, so I guess we can't go back in there, but we can see what we think.
The sergeant was a scrawny man in his 50s who resembled a constipated chicken.
Quite a description. All right, let's have a chat with him first.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
You are the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
Nope. I'm gonna talk to you about everything.
Did you find the victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rosso may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
What is she taking pictures of exactly? Like, the explosion is here. But she seems to be really interested in the lamppost and, like, the other side of the street.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rosso's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
Okay, so maybe we don't trust the inspector.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course. Inspector Rosso is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A. I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
Okay, and because it's this
I
kind of
found
game,
it in
I'm
the
going to be
street,
showing
Sergeant.
everyone everything.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
There's a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Ah, so the meeting with the clown was planned.
How do you make that out?
The time of the explosion was between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, n'est-ce pas?
I guess so. But what about the name?
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so.
Okay, and last
Look,
thing.
Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You're confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
Okay.
See you later,
Profitable
Sergeant.
conversation there with the sergeant. I recognized this character from when I saw you playing me. So I'm assuming that once I start talking to her, it's going to be a big conversation, and then she's going to be like with us for a while. So let's get.
The girl
let's get
presented a
going.
confident but sullen mask to the world. An expression more suited to the face of a delinquent youth.
The dialogue, it's giving film noir, but the delivery is less like kind of gritty and gravelly, like I would normally associate with that genre. Like the voice actor is a bit more like animated, because it's like it's a humorous game, so it's an interesting kind of change from the sort of the standard that I would expect.
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, well, let's just start with the clown, I guess. Comedy is made from the silliness of strange characters rather than situations and weirdness. Yeah. I think the although there's some like supernatural elements maybe I think to the game. It's pretty grounded, I think. The setting and the plot and things like that. It's just the characters are kooky and quirky. Is the impression
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Oh, cold.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
Oh, we can ask about the clown again.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Score.
You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. A bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
Well, wait. I wasn't done... Okay. Well, hopefully we didn't miss any important dialogue. Can I talk to him anymore? About her, maybe?
Excuse me, Sergeant.
Please go away, monsieur.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantow.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
Alright.
See you later, Sergeant.
Can we talk to Diggy Hole, man? We can.
The muscular workman wore a morose expression, like a silent warning to leave him to get on with his job.
Well, too bad I'm not gonna leave him to get on with his job. I'm gonna pester him. Because that's what you do in these games. Hassle absolutely everybody.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
That's interesting. I'm just thinking, so this game came out in 1996. My knowledge of international politics in that era is not fantastic, but I wonder if, because I know that there was a period of time where like Libya was quite closely associated with like bombings and stuff like that. That's why in Back to the Future, which is I guess like 10 years earlier than this game, the bad guys who want the plutonium and end up killing Doc Brown at the beginning are Libyans, because that was like they were like the kind of the go-to terrorists at the time. I wonder like when this game came out, why would you assume terrorism, right? Unless there was some ongoing political situation at the time. So I don't know. Maybe that's something for me to like Wikipedia later so I can educate myself. I'm also a little surprised, obviously, I'm not really, because it's a video game in English, so of course everyone speaks English, but like we're supposed to be in Paris, and the idea of going up to a Parisian and and just starting to speak English to them, and getting anything other than like contempt and scorn is kind of amusing.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Can't beat it. I could have knocked his block off.
I'm not the best with accents, but I feel like this guy may not actually be French. I feel like this is maybe somebody doing a French accent.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantard.
What? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
I wonder if that line was added after this guy gave his delivery.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
I feel like, fair enough, yeah, you don't necessarily notice everyone who goes by, but you would probably notice a clown, right? Like, you don't tend to see very many clowns just walking around.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
That's what I'm
told
saying.
you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Okay, we can keep asking you about the clown.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No, of course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
The clown killed the old man?
That's right. Blew him up with a bomb concealed in his squeeze box.
Merde. But why did he go to the bother of dressing up like a clown?
Who can unravel the tangled logic of a killer's mind? I guess it's some deep-seated psychological need. Or just plain showmanship.
Well, I may as well show him
Would you like to read my
everything.
newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Okay, so I guess we don't have a newspaper anymore. Oh, okay, so...
Ah, look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Yeah, save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
Okay, so we learned something from giving the guy the newspaper. Oh, is he
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some
Phrasing.
money on that knife.
Okay, well now I guess we can do stuff with his thing. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming if we tried to do anything with his toolbox before he left, we wouldn't have been allowed.
It was a battered metal toolbox.
Let's get a tool, I guess.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
The toolbox didn't contain anything else I needed.
Alright, we've got a phone, and this tent is just a tent, I
It was
guess.
a tent made out of plastic sheeting. There was nothing inside the tent except a large toolbox.
Okay, and the phone.
It was a huge and weighty-looking engineer's telephone.
Oh, that's nice. They wrote this down so I don't have to remember it. Oh, okay. So okay, we can choose to phone her. Yeah, why not?
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Look, I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have any news, okay?
Oh. Yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
Yeah, see ya.
Okay. So when we do figure out stuff, we can talk to her, I guess. All right. So we've done all that, and we've got a door here. We can go that way. So let's check out the door.
Set into the huge gate was a smaller access door.
And yeah, why? I mean, the guy was a bit cantankerous to begin with, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Let's eat the dolphins," which is, I don't know. Maybe that's to make the player feel less bad about stealing from him. Because if he'd have been like, you know, a really nice old lad, then maybe we would have had second thoughts about taking his tools. But if he's a nut job who wants to eat dolphins, then maybe we don't feel quite so bad about it. Okay, is this going to be locked?
The door was securely locked.
I'm psychic. I should be doing the detective work in this. I mean, I guess technically I am. Oh, okay. So we have a map. He did also call dolphins fish, which, as we all know, is an elementary mistake. And then these are all the various arrondissements, I guess, if my pronunciation isn't too bad. So this is a total aside. I went back to the UK for Christmas, and my niece, who's almost 2, is being raised first language Welsh, and so I made an effort to speak Welsh to her because that's what she's like used to hearing, and it made me realise just how rusty my Welsh was. It got me thinking. Like, if I don't think that I have a second language. Like, I'm not good enough at any language to really say that it's my second language, but I have a little bit of Welsh, I have a little bit of French, and I have a little bit of Japanese, and I was wondering, like, okay, which am I actually better at? And I think I might be better at French than I'm at Welsh, which is kind of shameful, really, when you consider the fact that I am Welsh and I lived in Wales for like 30 years, and I had Welsh lessons. I mean, I had French lessons as well, which is why I know French, but I spent a lot more time in Wales than I've spent in France. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll get the opportunity to stretch my French knowledge a little bit here. Okay, so we only have 2 places we can go to. We can go to the cafe and we can go to the police station. Well, let's go to the cafe, and let's go and talk to the guy. Oh, also, I should inspect my thing that I picked up and see if I get any more information. If you need any tips or something, I can always help. I know this game pretty well. Thank you very much for the offer. If I get stuck for too long, I will definitely be asking chat for help.
It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short crosspiece at the other.
Okay. I wonder what that's for.
The card read, Augustin Rousseau, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery.
Okay. Okay, we can't talk to him anymore. Can we do anything here? Oh, we can. I just had to click out of that. Okay, so we can talk to him. Let's just see, do we have any more options?
Excuse me, Sergeant.
Yes.
No. I guess I could show him this. Maybe he'll tell me what it is.
What do you suppose this tool is used for, Sergeant Moo?
It looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
So. I found it in that workman's toolbox.
Found it? I hope you did not steal it, monsieur.
Do I look like a common thief? He asked me to look after his hole and his belongings.
You certainly know how to enjoy your vacation to the fullest, monsieur.
That's the point. I wonder if
See you later, Sergeant.
if I just wander off and don't look after the guy's hole, are there going to be any negative consequences for that? Like, should I just hang around until he comes back? I knew he went to go and place a bet on a horse. How long could that possibly take? Okay, so I'm just mousing around making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I think maybe I have to go to the only other place that I can go to. Although, well, first things first. In the finest traditions of. Oh, so, okay. Well, it tells me what it is. That's helpful. So I doubt the sewer key is going to work on the door, but you got to try, eh? Nope. Okay, cool. It doesn't even have dialogue. That's good to know that I don't have to, try and use every item on every other thing just to see what the dialogue options are. Okay, let's go over here. So we have phones. Oh, that's a point. I wonder, can I use this with the phone to call him? I mean, he's not here. No, okay, we can't. Okay, so we can't call. We have his card, but we can't call him, and he's at the cafe anyway, so we don't have any reason to really phone him right now. Second telephone. Well, let's look at them just in case there's something.
It was a public telephone.
And this one?
It was a public telephone.
Okay.
The policeman was not much older than me. His face wore an expression of intense concentration.
Let's go break his concentration.
Excuse me. Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Oh, why did you not say?
Feels like an unnecessarily threatening opening to a conversation. Like you just walk up, hello, and he's like, okay, well, accidents happen, mate, so be careful. Right, let's see. Well, yeah, Rosso.
May I see Inspector Rosso?
He is not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Okay,
Have
let's
you had any
exhaust our dialogue
reports
options.
concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me. Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso, like Laurel and Keaton. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy.
Wonderful. Hello. Sorry, I had to wait for the dialogue to finish. I didn't want to talk over it. Thank you very much. 12 months. Wow. I can't believe it's been a year. That's quite something. Also, wonderful. Since you just arrived, I went ahead and added a fun new chat command. If you do an !original or !OG, you can get a little rating on how original you are. There's a 5-second cooldown, so if everyone starts spamming it, then it won't work for everyone. But if you wanted to give it a little try, obviously it's on the fritz because you're far more original than that. But I don't know. Maybe the weather is not helping. Is it particularly bad where you are? I mean, I know it's pretty bad a lot of places. I mean, I'm usually pretty happy to be on the West Coast, but I'm particularly happy to be on the West Coast right now because it's glorious sunshine. It's not even below freezing here. It's great. I went for a really nice walk yesterday around the park, and I overheated. I put my coat on because I was like, oh well, it's kind of chilly. I should probably wrap up, and then 10 minutes later I was sweating. So I'm not particularly jealous of all the people braving the like minus 30 temperatures and stuff. I have a friend in Ottawa, and it's pretty cold there right now. She's been complaining. Pretty bad for my particular region, not getting the full brunt of the storm. Oh well, that's something. Hopefully, I guess that the impression I have is that the real danger isn't so much the cold, which obviously it's the cold is bad, but it's the like if if the infrastructure starts failing, you know, like previously when there was a big storm in Texas and their power grid failed because all of the cables got covered in ice and, like, you know, stuff fell down and broke. And then, like, if the roads can't get cleared, then you can't resupply stores and stuff, and people start running out of supplies. So if quote unquote all it is that it's very, very cold, then that's not as bad. And yeah, the south. I mean, it's like, I guess that we have the similar thing in the UK that, like, other countries will make fun of us because we get like 3 inches of snow and everything grinds to a halt, but it's because we don't often get very much snow. And so the south, I'm not surprised that they're getting bodied by this storm, because they're just not set up to deal with it at all, because it almost never happens. Okay, let's what else do we have to say about the psychic inspector?
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor, with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
Okay, so maybe we can trust Rosso, and I will be checking all the
dialogue. Have you any
dialogue.
idea what this tool is used for?
Oui, monsieur. It is a dipstick.
I don't think it is.
Take a look at this.
Inspector Rosso's personal card. Where did you get this?
He gave it to me.
Why?
I think he was impressed with my powers of observation. He asked me to contact him if I had any information.
I see. You are a grass.
So a dipstick is a thing you use in a car engine for measuring the level of oil in the car. So it's just a long metal thin thing that goes into the oil tank. You pull it out, you wipe it off so it's clean, you dip it back in, and it'll show you where the oil level is at, and that's what a dipstick is. The fact that he referred to him as a grass, correct me if I'm wrong, Americans in chat, I think referring to someone as a grass is a Britishism. I don't think that's a word that gets used in America. I could be wrong, but the impression I have is definitely that, like, calling someone a grass is very, very British. I guess in America you'd call someone a snitch, right? That would be the equivalent. All right, so that's all of our dialogue with him.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Do we have anything else? We've got phones. Aaron America never heard it used like that, so thank you for explaining. Ah, yeah, cool. Okay, so hopefully that's another thing that I can bring to this playthrough, is I can identify and explain the Britishisms, because yeah, some of the writing I guess is going to be grass with a G. I want to bring dipstick back as an insult to class. It's one of those. So there's a sketch comedy group that I enjoy, and they did a sketch once with a character who was being very, like, kind of aggressive, but not in a mean way, just like kind of forceful, I guess, and using a lot of like insults and derogatory terms, like lots and lots of them, and they wanted to come up with as many as they could, but they really, really wanted to try hard to make none of that when they were writing it, because they did, yeah, abrasive maybe is a good way to put it. When they were writing the sketch, they did kind of like a behind the scenes, and when they were writing the sketch, and they were really, like, careful. They didn't want to use any gendered insults or any, like, sexualized insults. It turns out there's a lot of those, and so it can be difficult to dodge them. And so, yeah, dipstick is a great one, because it is, well, one, it's not particularly offensive, but it's also, like, it's gender neutral. It's not, there's no, like, baggage associated with it, as there might be with various other insults that you might levy at someone. I think the one that always stuck in my head from the sketch was fart huffer, which, yeah, you know, that can be applied to anybody, regardless of you know, race, color, or creed. So I think maybe that's it for the police station. So I must be missing something then. You're on thin ice, Punderful. That I'll let that one. I'll let that one slide. But you gotta. Maybe I need a I need like a pun counter. You get your like allocation of puns that you're allowed. If they're particularly good, obviously, then they're free. But you know, I feel like oh, P&P Gamer, congratulations! I think that might be the highest originality score today. All right, what am I missing then? Is there? Oh, I can. No, that's leaving. I can't do anything with the door. We checked out the tent. We checked the toolbox. A punch card, maybe. Maybe I should call. What was her name again? Have I actually learned anything? Oh, Nico, that's it. Let's see. Maybe I have something else to tell her.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
No. How
Oh,
about you?
Okay.
No, nothing new.
All right. Well, I mean, there's only so much I can really do. I have a thought. Can I move the umbrella, and then underneath the umbrella, is there going to be a sewer grate? That's my guess.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
No. Okay. Because I can go this. Wow. Okay. So the interactable area for this is not very big. I think before I was moving my mouse here. Okay. That explains why I thought that I was stuck. No, I was just not clicking on the place I needed to click. Okay, so alright, we've got a lot of stuff to look at here. And then there's our manhole cover. Well, let's start here.
The drain pipe looked as if it would bear my weight.
Okay, so we can maybe climb up that.
The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars.
I doubt we could do anything with those. Yeah.
It was a battered old trash can.
Well, let's root around in it. That's the natural thing to do. Oh, okay.
It was a stack of cardboard boxes which had once contained bottles of wine. I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty.
Yeah, I mean, who amongst us has not gone into an alley in a city and just started poking around inside garbage bins? Like, it's just the done thing, right? Especially when you're on vacation in a foreign country. I know I always like to have a look and see what the trash situation is.
It was a battered old trash can.
Okay, I'm assuming there's going to be something in one of these trash cans because we've got 3 of them to look at.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon. It was a battered old trash can.
Oh, a cat. Now, presumably someone put that cat in there because the lid was on, right? Like, the cat didn't climb in and then pull the lid in on top of it. So someone around here is a psychopath.
It was a plastic crate. There was nothing of interest.
Okay. And I think that's everything. Okay, so we could try and interact. I need to look at the manhole cover.
It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer.
And if I try and open it, I can't.
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Cats could do that. What if the lid was just barely off? The cat crawled in, rummaged around in the can enough to get the debug. It's a possibility, but I guess I shouldn't think too hard about the, video game logic. So I know I can go down into the sewers with my tool, but I think first I'm gonna see what happens if I climb a drain pipe.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Oh.
I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops. The drain pipe hung limp and useless.
Can I do anything more with it?
I decided I'd had enough of messing with
okay.
that drain pipe.
Okie doke. So, down into the sewers we go.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Did you know? Maybe you did, but this is something I've no idea how common knowledge this is. The reason that manhole covers are typically circular, it's so that they can't fall down the hole. If they were square, for example, it would be possible to lift them up and then like turn them, and then they could fall down if you kind of put them in the long diagonal, I guess. Whereas with the circular manhole cover, it's not possible for it to fall down the hole. So good design. I guess I can put it back if I want to. I'm not going to. But...
It was a heavy cast iron cover.
Okay, it doesn't change. Let's climb down into the sewers. Just for some context, the original don't have any text for the items when hovered. I imagine that made the game significantly more difficult. Oh, I hope that rat's okay. I have a soft spot for rats. My sister had pet rats for many years, and they were extremely cute. They're really, really good, good animals. Not the best pets in the sense that they tend to chew things up a bit, and also they don't live very long, which means that you're just like constantly having to grieve, which is not ideal. It didn't tell me you could investigate the items. Okay, what else do we have? So we can go down that way, and we can look at a red ball, and we can go back up there. Okay, well this red ball presumably is a clown nose.
It was a shiny red plastic ball, sat incongruously on the slippery green slime floor. As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
Okie doke. Well, first thing I've got to try. Can I put it on myself? I can't. Okay. When you present the sewer key to people, try to imagine that you don't know that it's called a sewer key. Yeah. Alright, well, let's head on this way. Okay, so I have to admit, I know what this is, because my first ever exposure to this game was seeing a clip compilation on Vivi's channel of her showing the gross tissue to everybody in the game. And so I'm aware of what this item is, and I know that you can get some good dialogue. Yes, the legendary tissue itself, so...
It was a soggy, crumpled paper tissue.
Well, of course we pick it up, right? Why wouldn't you pick up soggy tissue you found in the sewer?
It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Okay, and so we have something else here. We have a railing. Anything else to interact with?
The railing was put there for a simple reason, to stop people getting past. It worked. It was a small scrap of cloth caught on the rusting spike.
I like how this guy's just going in and
I took hold of the scrap of material
ruining
and
evidence.
Snagged it from the spike.
Like none of this is now usable in court because the what is it? The chain of evidence is ruined. Can we do anything with this? We cannot. Okay, so I think that's it for here. So I guess we go up.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ah, you won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Okay, I'm not quite sure what this is supposed to mean. Is this just like suspicious people?
Terrorists.
Oh,
The meanest, nastiest, dirtiest bunch of guys you ever saw.
Ah, Englishmen without a doubt. The filthy dogs. The day they opened that tunnel was a bad day for France, I tell you. If I still had the full use of my faculties, I'd march right over there and tell them so.
Well, whoever they are, they blew up the cafe.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful.
The guy who did it was a calculating, cold-blooded killer. He was disguised as a clown. I followed him into the sewer, and I think he came this way.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my
Donut
mind.
Bro, hello, welcome in.
Ah,
Good to
that
see you.
still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
So one thing I noticed about the conversation they were having, they said, oh, he blew up the cafe. And the guy was like, oh no, not the cafe, which kind of implies that there's only one cafe, which, so I've not been to Paris. I have been to France. You cannot move for cafes in a lot of places in France. Okay, well, we've got a lot of talking to do with this guy. What does he have to say? Well, okay, first of all, we have to, right?
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Every friend I've had who has been to Paris has stated that Paris syndrome is real. Yeah, I can imagine it being the case. Even other French people don't seem to have very much nice to say about Parisians. Okay, well, I guess let's show the items
Do you
first.
recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
That's unnecessarily unhelpful.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Okay, well, we already know what this is, but
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You were up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck.
just for good
Perhaps
measure.
you'd like to take a look at my card?
Why would I pretend that this is my card? Oh, I guess maybe does this
Mm-hmm. What is this?
allow us to get more information out of him?
Rosso? What does that say? Hominoid division?
Homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was.
I feel like we've immediately progressing to impersonating a police officer is quite a choice, right? Like we just happened to be at a cafe when a bomb went off, and now, what, like 20 minutes later, we've been crawling through the sewers and telling this guy that we're a cop. I'm not quite sure why we're so invested. I guess if we weren't, there wouldn't really be much of a game, if we just went home. Okay, let's see if he has anything else to say about this, because he didn't want to say anything before.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
You never casually, somewhat accidentally impersonated a police officer? I don't think so. Well, okay, so for a lot of my life, I had very long hair. it was like, down to my waist hair. So it would have been quite difficult for me to impersonate a police officer. And then not that long after I cut my hair, I ended up moving to the US. And so it would be very difficult for me to impersonate a police officer here. My American accent is not particularly good. And also, I, I don't think they tend to hire people like me to be policemen. Okay, let's ask more about that jacket, because it seems like that was important.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Okay, one thing I'm not worried about, but one thing I want to kind of try and avoid is accidentally picking the option which moves us on to the next bit. I want to try and get to see as much of the dialogue as possible. So maybe if there's some something, if anyone is very familiar with the game, if there's something that I really don't want to miss, let me know. Oh hey, this option is the one that progresses, and you'll lose access to stuff if you do that. Because I want to get as much out of this game as possible. I know that a lot of the dialogue options are pretty good. So
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
Oh, he was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture.
okay.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the desert? I fought to make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time.
Okay, can I ask again?
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Okay.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Gross, but I guess better than the alternative.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Okay, I guess we can ask more about this, but let's... Okay, does he have anything different to say about the tissue now that I've convinced him I'm a cop?
Did I show you this tissue?
We miss you.
Okay. And the other stuff I already showed him as well. Okay, jacket.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck.
Most of it can be thoroughly investigated. Okay, good to know.
Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind.
A lot of dialogue
What was
about
the
their
name on the
coat.
label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
remembering numbers. So I have a terrible short-term memory. My housemate when I was in university was studying psychology, and one of his like experiments that he was doing involved something to do with like how well people can recall things if they hear them versus if they see them written down, or something like that. I think I forget exactly what it was, but so he needed lots of people to, like, as many people as possible to engage with this to get a good sample size, and so he was asking everyone, and so I did his experiment, which involved like listening to a series of numbers and then writing down the ones that you could remember, and it turns out I was in the bottom like 5% in terms of how good I could remember stuff compared to everybody else who he'd sampled up until that point. But I gather the trick with remembering not just numbers but like anything, people will do it with like a deck of cards. They'll remember the order that all the cards were. Is that you associate a certain characteristic with each suit, with each number, and with each face card, and then you kind of construct a story. So it's much easier for you to remember that if it's like structured, if it's not just like raw information, like Queen of Diamonds, Ace of Spades, whatever. It becomes a kind of there's a little sort of thread connects all of the individual bits, so it's a lot easier to remember. In fact, that reminds me, anyone who's a fan of Ceres Fauna from Hololive, when she was memorizing 100 digits of pi, that's what she did, was break them up into groups of 10 and then kind of construct a little mnemonic or story or something to help you remember each sort of pair or sequence of digits within the 10. So yeah, that's how it's done, remembering things. Okay, I think we're done here.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out.
Oh, okay, so I guess there's not anything else to investigate here. Oh, and that's the door, I see, okay.
I hope you find your man, Inspector.
So do I.
Does he lock it behind him, or can we come back in here? Let's find out. Oh, we can talk to him again. Okay, but we can't go
Hi
in,
there.
I guess.
Remember me?
Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Something about this guy's voice sounds vaguely familiar to me. I could just be completely imagining it, but I'm like, it's surprising the number of like relatively well-known people who have done some voice work in stuff. Like I was watching someone playing the first Discworld game, which is it's similar to this. It's the same kind of point-and-click adventure kind of game. Actually, I considered playing it on stream myself, and maybe I will. Yeah, Rob Brydon voices a lot of characters in it, and he's now like a very well-known British comedian. Does a lot of like the panel shows and things like that. But he was like relatively young, just starting out when he did that. And so I guess I'll have to look up the cast list for this and see if there's any names that I recognize, any like random British comedy greats. Okay, I don't think we need anything more from this guy.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Alright, I'm gonna pop to the cafe. I'm gonna show the sergeant my disgusting tissue, and then I think maybe it's time to call Nico.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way. This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
You've been on a Jimmy Carr tear lately. Jimmy Carr's, yeah, his one-liners are good. I have complicated feelings regarding Jimmy Carr, I think, because his comedy is good and he's a good presenter on. If you've ever seen 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, it's a very, very good show, but it's also like extremely British because you don't have Countdown in the US. But like I don't know. I think he was. I know. So Jimmy Carr was involved in like a sort of a tax scandal, where he was found to have like not been paying as much tax as he should have done. This was going back a while now, and I think I vaguely remember him being involved in like being a bit of a dick in some way. I don't think, not to the point that he's been like cancelled or anything, but just enough to be like vaguely disappointed in him. 8 out of 10 Cats is good, but there's a 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, and Countdown is, it's hard to kind of really convey exactly what Countdown is. It's a like daytime television show that mostly is watched by old people, where you get like a jumble of 9 letters and you have to find the longest like word in those 9 letters you can. It's like one of the nerdiest TV shows on in the UK. And for Comic Relief one year, which is like a charity fundraiser that they do in the UK, they did like crossovers between comedy shows and other shows, and so they did, one of them was 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, and it was such a success for their like one-off show that they made it into like a permanent thing, and so it's been going for many seasons now. Oh yeah, the number segments are good in that. My Countdown, I guess I said it's mostly watched by old people. It is also watched by students, because students and old people are the ones who have nothing to do in the middle of the day, and so could afford to be sat around watching TV. And when I was a student, we used to watch Countdown, and we would play the game of not who can make the longest word, because that's like, you know, you just got to be good at words for that, but who could make the funniest, most obscene word or word combination, usually involving an animal for some reason. So some notable ones that I can remember. So we had Rat Smeg. That was one that we found before. There was Elk Boner. Seal Cunt, I think that was like a winner for a while, because it was hard to get more obscene than that one. Racking my brain trying to think if there were any other particularly memorable ones, but yeah, for some reason it was always like an animal and then a vaguely obscene word. A much more enjoyable way to play Countdown, I feel. Okay, what do we have to say about the clown?
I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah, there's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he'd changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
Okay, well, let's see what do you have to
I
say about
believe
this.
this material came from the clown's clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not so much a question of liking, rather one of taste. They have none.
So I get to laugh at all the jokes at the expense of the English, because I'm not English.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
I like that the game gives you the option of trying to be like, here is evidence that I found, and the police are just not interested. Okay.
See you later, Sergeant.
So, yeah, I guess we go and phone Nico. Oh, and we have this number as well. I'll call her first.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
very trusting, this woman. She's met a random American outside an exploded cafe, given him her number, and now told him her address and invited him over. I guess maybe it was a simpler time. I'm going to call the other number I had as well. I guess that was the maker of the suit, possibly? Yes.
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
I blame Michael Bay for explosions being synonymous with Americans. I feel... Not to get political, but I feel like just like, you know, America in general has done a fairly good job of getting Americans as synonymous with explosions. America over the years has blown up quite a lot of things. This conversation always felt kind of out of place as George is toughing up an innocent tailor. Yeah. Also, it's strange to ask him, like, what do you know about the clown who bombed the cafe when it happened, like, what, like an hour ago, maybe? It's not like it's been. Well, I don't know. Maybe it has been all over the news, but yeah. Strange question to lead with.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Well, let's try asking again.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Okay, well, I guess we keep asking
Did
you
you
about
know
the
that
clown.
one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Thanks
I
for
guess it
nothing,
is.
Podrick.
Well, maybe we can call him back once we have some more information. Okay. Off to see Nico, I guess. He did say we would be right over. Okay, what have we got? We've got shop, we've got door, we've got flower cellar, we've got surprisingly large truck.
They were lilies or tulips. Some kind of flowers, anyhow. Pretty, I guess, if you like that sort of thing.
I don't think they look like lilies or
I couldn't
tulips.
see the point of buying something that was already half dead.
Doing the classic video game thing of avoiding the way that I think I'm supposed to go.
Inhaled deeply, expecting to experience the scent of the flowers. What I got was traffic fumes.
So I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to go to the door. So of course, first I'm going to do everything else, and then I'll go to the door.
The woman was doing something with a pair of needles that couldn't be described as knitting. She was a cheery old soul, the kind you'd walk across the street to avoid.
All right, let's have a chat.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
The only retort I can come up with is the botched Parliament explosion on November the 5th. Yeah, I mean, so, like, the UK definitely has done their fair share of blowing things up as well. But not quite on the same scale as America. I'm trying to think if there's any other... Okay, so, one thing not a lot of people know. So the United Kingdom is a nuclear nation, right? We have nuclear weapons. And if you're making nuclear weapons, you've got to test them, right? The US did a lot of its testing in Nevada, in the desert, which, problems with that because of fallout and things and various issues. The UK did a lot of its testing in Northern Australia, in land that was belonging to the Aboriginal people of Australia, just because they could, so that's great. like a lot of problems, obviously, with imperialism and UK history and stuff, but yeah, the idea that even after the advent of nuclear weapons, the British were still being absolutely awful to the native inhabitants of the countries that they'd invaded and taken over. Yeah. Well done, UK. The UK preferred more passive tools like famine. Yeah, that's a good old classic standby. It worked for the Irish. It worked for the Indians. I saw an interesting. I'm getting distracted. But I saw an interesting thing a while ago about how if you're Welsh or Scottish, then you're in a kind of like a weird middle ground where you're both colonizers because you're British, right? And so involved in colonialism and colonization of other nations, but also you are yourselves part of a colonized people. The Scots and the Welsh were subjugated by the English back in history, and like a lot of culture was lost, and some of it was never recovered, right? Nowadays, I think more people are speaking Scottish. Welsh has made a fairly decent resurgence as a language, but I find it really interesting, this idea that both colonized and colonizer, because you're in this kind of weird overlap of being British, but also a minority within Britain that the English kind of tried to give a hard time. So I guess the important thing is fuck the English. Apologies if there are any English people watching. I don't really mean it, but certainly the conflating English and British, I think, is definitely something that gets up people's noses if they're Welsh and Scottish, because we're slightly less to blame than the actual English. It's disheartening that when we first invented nuclear weapons, no one went, okay, fellas, let's perhaps start working backwards and calm it down a bit. It's the classic thing of, like, once the genie is out of the bottle, you can't put it back in, right? Like, it would have required every nation on Earth to agree we're not doing nuclear weapons anymore, right? And then setting up, like, really rigorous stuff to make sure that no one was secretly doing nuclear weapons, because if you're the only person with nuclear weapons, that puts you in a very strong position. There's a whole thing with the Scots version of Wikipedia is mostly just one person's idea of what a Scottish accent sound like, rather than being actual Scotch. That's... I guess how do you do good quality control on a wiki like that, which is, anyone can edit it, for a language that isn't widely used, right? Like, who is going to be your expert who comes in to say this isn't real Scots? Because with Welsh, like, there's a lot of people who do speak Welsh, so I'd like you'd have a fairly easy time finding people who are fluent, first language, whatever, to do quality control for that sort of stuff. But I guess for languages that are spoken by not very many people, it'd be really easy to just get a lot of nonsense in there. Okay, let's show the tissue.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
Oh. Okay.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
It produces a bit of a feedback loop where people point to the Scots Wikipedia as proof that it wasn't a distinct language worth. It was like, yeah. It's like, it's weird how something seemingly like harmless and like, not a big deal, like someone making silly edits on Wikipedia, can have like really harmful consequences of people being like, this language doesn't exist and shouldn't be preserved. I'm assuming that wasn't the person's intent, whoever it was that just went in and dicked around on the Scots Wikipedia.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me.
Fancy not knowing that. I thought that was fairly common knowledge.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fixed it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Gaelic is a very pretty language. Yeah, I gather that people who speak Irish don't like calling it Irish Gaelic or Gaelic Irish. Like, they just call it Irish. I don't know how Scottish people who speak Scots Gaelic like it to be referred to. But I'm not particularly familiar with either of them. I can count to 10 in Irish. I learned it from, I think it was from like it was Encarta 98. It was. We had a CD of the Encarta Encyclopedia, and one of the things I had on it was like numbers in various languages, and so yeah, I learnt how to count to 10 in Irish. I say that, I'm trying to, can I actually remember it? Maybe I can't. I don't want to embarrass myself on stream by trying and failing to count to 10 in Irish. But, okay, so I'll leave the fortune telling to last, maybe, but let's see if we can get some non-funerary flowers. Oh, I want to see what she says about this as well.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me.
A VTuber not wanting to embarrass themselves on stream? Yeah, shocking, isn't it? Like, what are the flowers?
About the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
So all this assumes that Nico knows the meanings of these flowers. Like, just give her ones that look pretty, I guess.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating, it's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap.
Real.
You're a young lady. She deserves better.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
How thin are the walls in this place that you could hear someone crying themselves to sleep? Because luckily, I've never cried myself to sleep, but I have to assume that if you are crying yourself to sleep, it's like fairly gentle sobs, right? Not whole chest bawling your eyes out. I would assume Nico knows because she probably chats with this old lady who sells flowers, etc. But yeah, maybe. And maybe I'm the ignorant one, and everyone knows about the meanings of flowers. Wanted to stay in a lackluster apartment because the rent's cheap. Surely that won't age well. I've stayed in some fairly shitty places when I was a student. Not like because the rent was cheap, but like the rent was cheap. It's just that they happened to be the first place I found that was available, and I was not very picky. But I spent 8 years, I think, in one place. My housemate's parents owned it. I knew him before we went to university. We'd been friends since we were like 11 years old. So his parents had bought a house in the city for him to live in because he had Crohn's disease, and so he had a lot of like sort of extra requirements from any place he was living in to help make his life easier, because it's not easy having Crohn's disease. And so his parents had the place, and the rent was relatively cheap, but they were not particularly good landlords. And the room that I was staying in had no insulation in the roof, so in the summer it baked. And this is like a Welsh summer, right? Not particularly hot, but I'd be in there like without any clothes but my boxers on, sweating because it was so hot. And in the winter, again, not particularly cold, because it doesn't really get that cold in Wales in the winter. I'd have to have the heater, like I had a space heater in my room, and I'd have to run it 24 hours a day just to have the room be comfortable. And that was 8 years of living in. Well, maybe it wasn't quite that long. No, that seems way too long. What would it have been? Six maybe. I don't know. Oh, thank you for loosening my collar. I feel much more comfortable. Oh, I've got the dog ears now on us now. Okay, let's get our fortune read.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My oh my, what a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
Okay, do we have to find 10 francs, or do we just ask again?
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
I think I didn't ask her about this. So
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
I didn't think that would be anything, but better
Can
to
you
check.
really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, no.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Spooky. Okay. I guess that's it
See you
for
later.
her for now.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
So do we need to find 10 francs in order to get a better fortune? Maybe. Okay, let's have a look at the shop first.
It was a food store selling fruit and vegetables. I glanced without much interest at the fruit. It was dusty, shriveled, and tired-looking.
Okay, and this shop is closed.
There was no way of lifting the securely locked blind.
I guess I should
The
inspect
vacant
it
shop
first.
was sealed with a steel blind.
Okay, got a clothes
The
shop.
shop window featured a display of gowns and women's stuff.
In 2 hours you get psychic, cop, fortune teller, florist. Yeah, like the higher than expected incidents of like supernaturally inclined people in this Paris like neighborhood.
It wasn't the style of the clothes in the shop that caught my eye, but the prices. The same amount of money would feed a starving family for the rest of their lives. I guess people who buy that kind of stuff don't have a problem with their consciences.
Funny that you'd have the very expensive clothes shop right next to like an abandoned shop, a crappy fruit store, and then above is like cold apartments where the door sticks.
The shop window featured a display of gowns and women's stuff.
Gowns aren't just for women. Let's not be judgy here. Men can enjoy a gown too. I don't have the legs for it myself, but no shame.
The window was full of overpriced clothes for overprivileged women.
George does have some money. Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe let's have a one quick last chat with her, and then we're going in the door.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hello,
wonderful! Thank you
my
very much
handsome
for the 5
friend.
gifted. Okay, so we can't do anything here.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Enjoy your singular emote. Anyone who managed to be lucky enough to get a gift sub there. Thank you very much, Wonderful. Okay, so we've done all that. Let's head inside.
The door was shabby and in need of a coat of paint. I couldn't imagine the Collard woman living here. Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
I wonder if you try and open the door before you talk to her, if you can't get in, maybe. What is this drawing?
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck? Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop the story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
That covers just about everyone.
Okay, so yeah, someone dressed as a clown bombed a cafe feels like the sort of story that you would probably want to do an article about. Definitely sus. Let's ask about the
May
phone.
I use your telephone?
Oh, okay, that's just
Sure,
if you want to
go
use the phone.
ahead.
I don't
Thanks.
actually want to use the phone. Because who would I call? How do I back out? Can I back out? No, I guess we have to call.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Nothing.
Forget it.
Okay, let's try the other dialogues.
How did Plantow get your name?
For the newspaper, La Liberté.
Oh, at the bottom of the screen.
That
Okay,
has
thank you very
written an
much.
article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantage said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Onno Belota, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally beating their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grew up. The only witness
Those
in the
orphans,
case
man, you
was
can't
his
trust them.
Filipino au pair.
I bet they
She
did it.
swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
I almost forgot.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use. Or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from America.
Okay, so current working theory, an international cabal of evil orphans are murdering people in order to get their grubby little orphan hands on their money. I think that's a perfectly reasonable explanation for what's happening. This clown, actually 2 orphans in a trench coat and clown makeup.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
It's like having extremely recognizable disguises. Like, on the one hand, I could see it being like a good tactic in that people remember that they saw a clown, but they won't remember any of the actual distinguishing details, right? But also, you could just like put a mask on. Like, you don't have to make it quite so obvious. Because, yeah, all these like extremely bizarre and specific murders are much easier to tie together than if it was just like some dude who wasn't dressed as a clown or a penguin, I guess.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death.
Okay. What do you think of this?
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do.
What is his job? Like, all I know is that he's a tourist from America who's in Paris, but he's like immediately flinging himself into investigating a murder. So, like, what does he do back home? Is he like a private investigator, or is he just like a nosy person? Well, maybe we find out.
I found this false nose.
A
in the
lawyer,
sewer.
okay.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Reste du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
Okay, so that's progress. We've got a new location we can go to. And last
I
thing.
found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made.
That was quick.
Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants.
How
The
fast
same
did she get
material as I
there?
found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Oh, I guess this is
Take a
after he went through the
close look at
sewers
his
and
left
changed and
cheek.
stuff, so it would have taken some time.
Scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
Oh, they added the picture for this. That's interesting.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
I can't get over this Le Fiche, and we've got a fish wearing a string of onions and a beret, smoking a gauloise next to a bottle of wine. It's like the most French fish that has ever existed. I guess, yeah, let's ask about this.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
How come there's checkered pants but not backgammon pants? That's a good question. So in the UK, checkers is not called checkers; it's called drafts. And so you could have, I guess, you could have drafty pants. Which, can you have chest pants? I don't know. Well, no, because that sounds like chest as in the body part rather than chest as in the game. You could have scrabbled pants. What other board game trousers could you have? I guess, yeah, that's the thing. They wouldn't be checkered pants in the UK. They'd be draft trousers.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the time I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh no.
Finish line pants. Oh, I see, like a checkered flag. Yeah. Risked pants. Those would be very long, I think. Risked pants, if my memory of that game is correct. Played pants. So, there's like a convenience store chain in the US called Played Pantry. But because I'm Welsh, the first time I saw it, mentally I pronounced it as Plaid Pantry because in Welsh that's how that word would be pronounced. But also the Welsh political party in the UK is called Plaid Cymru, which means like the party of Wales. And so I saw Plaid Pantry, and I mentioned this to my ex the first time I saw it, and explained that the reason for it, and then it became like a kind of a thing that was how we would refer to it, like as a joking, like a little in-joke thing. My sister came to visit a couple of years ago, and I was driving her from the airport to my apartment, and we drove past one, and she was like, "Oh, Plaid Pantry!" Just like she immediately arrived at exactly the same joke that I had, and so I was kind of gratified to see that. Great minds think alike. And so now that it's to the point now where I'm so used to calling it Plaid Pantry that I have to be careful that if I'm talking to someone about it, I don't accidentally use that way of referring to it, because they will have no idea what I'm saying, or they'll think I'm an idiot who doesn't know how to pronounce stuff. So yeah, when I see Plaid, I always think Plaid.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, can you get more dialogue?
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Okay. All right. Can we phone
May I
anyone
use your
now?
telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Oh, we've got a picture of a clown now. Yeah, okay, and we can back out. Okay, good to know. All right. I think
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
Well, I guess I could visit the costume shop.
yeah,
Good
that's our
idea.
next spot. All right, but do we? Okay, so we don't get to poke around in a room, I guess, which is fair enough. For supposedly being somewhere with cheap rent, it's a very nice room. I guess it's a studio apartment, so it's not like it's huge. But, big windows, looks fairly light and airy. A lot of space. Okay. Any additional
Oh, hi.
options here?
Hello, my handsome friend.
I guess, yeah, now we have to show her
Do
the
you
photo.
recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
I don't actually know how cold it gets in France. I think, well, I know that it's a bit hotter in the summer than it is in the UK. It might be that it's a bit colder. I know that the UK gets much milder winters than you would expect for its latitude. Like where I lived in the UK, in terms of latitude, it's like halfway between Edmonton and Calgary in Canada. It's that far north. But we almost never get snow, and most winters it's not like that much below freezing because of the Gulf Stream. All this like warm water flows up past the UK, and it means that the weather is a lot more mild, but a lot more rainy, and that's why. Yes, it's funnily enough the climate has been changing. If only someone could have predicted that maybe that was a thing that could happen, we could have maybe avoided it. But oh well, here we are. Yeah, there's been pretty bad heat waves, and I think there's also been harsher winters as well. Like it's not just that things get hotter, just the climate gets a bit more extreme generally. When you think about it, there have been decades worth of media to paint clowns negatively. I guess so many creators had clown-related childhood trauma. Maybe I wonder like how much of it is kind of the anti-clown propaganda, and how much of it is that like is there just something inherently slightly off-putting about clowns? I don't know. Maybe like was it always a thing? Were people always slightly creeped out about clowns, or is it genuinely a more recent occurrence? I don't know. I have not studied clowns, but I guess like it doesn't take much to turn something. I mean, like think of it like a clown is a very strong image, right? Like clowns are very distinctive. You're never going to mistake a clown for anything else, and so once you start trying to like attaching certain connotations to that, I guess it's maybe difficult to shift them off again. So you know you only need it to exist, and then all of a sudden clowns equals kind of scary, and then you know everyone runs with it, and it's the association becomes more with them being creepy and scary than with them being funny and entertaining. I remember I was at I keep getting distracted. I was at a birthday party when I was a little kid back in Wales, and the person whose party it was had a clown, and I can remember even I must have been like 8 years old, maybe really young, and even then I was like, I don't get it. Like I do not see the appeal. This person is not making me laugh particularly. Like they're just a little bit odd. Maybe they weren't a very good clown. I don't know. But yeah, it could also be that the quality of clowning might have just gone down. Maybe we've lost the ancient arts that made clowns really formidable as entertainers, and now it's just all kind of a letdown. I don't know. If the face paint was more plain, I wouldn't think much about it. But the face painted on a face is slightly off-putting. Yeah, like the kind of the fixed grin, regardless of what the face underneath it is actually doing, is a little uncanny.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Okay, so let's go to the costume shop. Which is up here. Wow, we are getting our steps in today. Back and forth across Paris. Yeah. I assume at some point we'll go back to the cafe and the police won't be there, and then we can go to the police station and we can talk to the detective. All right, well, let's look at everything first.
The dummy wore a traditional Pierrot costume. At least, I guess it was a dummy.
Oh, Pierrot! I recognize them from Balatro. Novelty poop, of course.
It was a disgustingly realistic plastic novelty. Like one I'd left on the teacher's desk at school. Boy, that caused so much of a stink you'd have thought it was a real one.
Okay, what else do we have? We have another costume.
She reminded me of a girl I dated back in high school. Come to think of it, the dummy had more personality.
Unnecessarily throwing shade there. Okay, so we've got a gramophone.
It was an antique phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
And the guy.
The guy's spoon-shaped face was mournful and humorless. He looked like a vegetarian in a slaughterhouse.
I feel like that description doesn't really match up with this image. I'm not sure exactly what a spoon-shaped face is, but would I call that spoon face? He doesn't look particularly upset either. Okay, well, let's go fiddle with everything before we talk to the guy.
I gave the dummy Pierrot a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
Were you expecting it to? Oh, I guess maybe if you thought that it's actually the clown and he's just standing there pretending to be a thing, but that would be an odd choice.
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes as Nico. The strange thing was, I hadn't realized I'd noticed the color of Nico's eyes.
George likes Nico. Can we pick up the poop?
As my fingers closed on the plastic novelty, I realized my mistake.
Oh dear.
It was a novelty, all right, but it wasn't plastic.
Oh. Okay, so do we need to find something to pick it up with? I don't know. Or are we supposed to laugh that he got poop on him? Okay, let's do this and maybe get shouted at. Oh no, he's okay with us doing this. Okay, so it just plays... Is that the funeral march? I think it is. Well, the origin of mimes started with a clown that was part of a court case, and was advised to keep quiet. Oh wait, I already looked
The
at it.
guy's spoon-shaped face was
Yep.
mournful. He looked like a
Yep, okay.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
Okay, this person is
I
definitely
don't
not
want a
French.
costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible. You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Okay, well that was a wild way to start a conversation with someone you've never met. All right, let's go through the items.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Okay.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Why would that be the first thing that you do?
Bestheimer's number 7.
Oh, I see.
White pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Shakespeare accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Okay.
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Card.
Okay, well we have a name. All right, let's...
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
All right. Can we ask more about this?
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Card.
Okay. All right, well...
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
I wonder what could happen.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Okay, we have a buzzer. Khan. I will not do the yell. My Shatner impression isn't great, but no, that is a great agreement. You haven't. No, it's a good movie. I think if all you know about it is like the bits with Khan, then you might find it a little like underwhelming slightly. Like it's a good movie, but there's certainly quite a lot of the movie which is not William Shatner screaming Khan. But no, yeah, it's a good one, and Ricardo Montalban's performance is a classic. I love the idea that in the is it the 23rd century? Is that when Star Trek is? I think it is. That like Moby Dick is still well known enough that some like random dude is able to quote it at Picard. Let's pick up the poop again. What's the worst that could happen?
No way was I gonna touch that thing
Okay.
again.
Alright, so we've interacted with everything here, I think. Strange, I'm curious, is there more with this? Like, we wound it up and it played the funeral march. Is that all? It seems like I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I tend to assume that when you can interact with stuff in games, there's a reason. Maybe we have to come back later with a different record. Okay, let's head out. Mathicon has plenty of Moby Dick quotes. Oh, okay, and I see. So this is grayed out, which I'm guessing means... Okay, so we can't even go back there, because it means we've done everything we can there. Alright, let's go to the cafe. Oh, he's back. And I did tell him that I would look after his hole, but then I didn't actually look after his hole. Okay, well, we can talk with him again. Hopefully he doesn't say anything about, killing all the
Hi.
pandas or something.
You're the guy who gave me the tip, aren't you?
Huh?
The racehorse. Salahuddin.
Oh. Yeah, but
I put every franc I had on that horse.
listen,
My lifetime savings, next month's rent, everything.
Oh, God.
She won by 3 lengths. I'm a rich man.
Call me Lucky George, the punter's friend. So how come you're still here?
Ah, I'm not going to let my newfound wealth change me, not one bit. I bought this hole, fittings and all. Now I can come and go as I please. No more clocking on or completion schedules. No foreman breathing down my neck. Thanks to you, I've found paradise.
I'm getting a mushy feeling in my chest. But not half as mushy as your head.
What do you want now?
Strange incredulity is that Picard's crew apparently performs the Pirates of Penzance. I guess, yeah. So I think certain members of the crew I could definitely see being into that. Like, it's hard not to conflate in my head the character Picard and the actor Patrick Stewart. But Patrick Stewart I could definitely see, you know, flinging himself into Pirates of Penzance. Riker feels to me like someone who would have a fun time doing that. But then, yeah, I mean, who are the rest of the major crew members? Like Data. Data is not going to give a good performance in Pirates of Penzance. So, yeah, I'm sure, you know, he would be able to sing the songs flawlessly because he's got, you know, robot powers of mimicry or whatever. But I have to assume that his delivery would be a little bit wooden when it comes to the acting. And then, does Geordie strike me as someone who would be really into Pirates of Penzance? I don't think so. Worf, absolutely not. I mean, famously, you know, Worf is on record that he objects. He is not a merry man. So if he's not happy being a merry man, he's probably not very happy being a pirate from Penzance either. I remember listening to a podcast where they're talking about Star Trek. The bit that stuck with me was most Star Trek movies is about someone being left behind on a planet but coming back pissed off. I'm trying to remember. Like I've seen quite a lot of the Star Trek movies. Honestly, I think my main takeaway from the Star Trek movies is just that it's just not quite as good as the show. Like, I think a lot of the time with the movies, there's this big tonal difference between the show and the movies. Like, as if they, for some reason, like feel like, oh, because it's a movie, we have to do things differently. We have to make it bigger and more impressive and stuff. And so you end up with like really kind of weird scenes when taken with the TV series of like Picard taking a Tommy gun to the Borg and stuff, when in the series he's like, no, we can't fire on the Borg because like it's our crew members who have been converted to being Borg, and so maybe we can save them, and we have to make our, you know, try our hardest to like unborg them. And then in the movie he's just like fucking Rambo, just gunning people down. It's yeah, a little incongruous. Describing robots acting as wooden is funny to me. Yeah, is there a better, like metallic doesn't make sense, right? Because it's not the adjective for that kind of thing. Okay, let's show this guy the tissue.
Do you recognize this tissue?
Certainly not.
Okay. We could show him the tool we stole from him. I think we probably don't need it anymore, so maybe we can give it back to him. But first of all,
Would you like to shake hands with me?
No, I wouldn't. One of the real pleasures of being rich is not having to be polite.
I mean, he wasn't polite back when he was poor, so...
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I guess...
What do you make of this clown's nose?
It would be more amusing if you were wearing it.
Alright, and finally...
I borrowed this tool from you while you were gone.
Keep it. I can afford to buy
okay,
a
he
new
doesn't
set
care.
now.
And we get to keep hold of that. Alright, well, that's everything.
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
Can we do anything with this toolbox, or is he going to yell
The
at us?
toolbox didn't contain anything
No,
else
okay.
I needed.
So I guess maybe we still need the, maybe need the tool for later. Oh, okay. The police are done here. Is there anything to interact with? Nope. Okay, well, let's just double check the alley, just in case, and then I guess we're off to the police station. So Yeah. Okay. I guess there is nothing here. So, oh, is there? Does anyone know? Is there a way to get to the kind of the overworld map from anywhere? I guess I could. No, this is just help. Or do I have to go to like the place where you access the map? Because it'd be nice if I didn't have to wait for George to casually amble his way over to where I wanted him to be. Maybe if I double click. Okay, yeah, that speeds it up. Okay, good. And we were going to the police. I think you need to get to certain transition points. European fast travel, yeah, you just casually amble. Why would you rush? Okay, okay, he's back. There's our phones. And here is... Oh, okay, so the officer on duty has been replaced with the sergeant. Let's go have a chat.
Excuse me.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
Cool. Who asked? I guess. Okay, let's risk imprisonment by trying to shock a policeman.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Okay.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no.
Oh, that's
monsieur.
right. We already asked him outside the cafe. Okay. Let's show him the photo.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
If this guy is a lawyer and that's how he argues his cases, he's not a very good lawyer. Look at his eyes. Okay, well, let's
Do you
chat
know a
about him.
man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
I feel like it's a bit of a stretch to say he's a shifty-looking guy. Like, literally the only thing George knows about him is this one photo, when, of course, he looks shifty, because he's just, like, sneaking away from a murder that he did involving a bomb. I doubt he looks shifty all the time. I don't know. Or at least we can't make the determination that he looks shifty all the time. Just imagine being the voice director for this game. Okay, Jim, we need your accent at a 7. You're currently on cancelled. I think this is something that I remembered from watching Vivi's playthrough, because I think, like, I forget when exactly which bit of the playthrough I was watching, but like she was in France and she was talking to French people, and it really struck me that like some of these French accents are pretty ropey. Like it's not like it's impossible to find actual French people who speak English who can voice act, you know. I guess I don't know how this game was made. Like maybe they had like a whole team, and so they were kind of locked in with who their voice actors were. But yeah, I've heard better French accents, I'll say.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
That was quick.
I've been taken off the case.
Oh, I see, because of the
What about the
cover-up.
murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Possibly partly because they actually mentioned him earlier, but also because of the accent. I'm being very reminded of Poirot here, and him talking about his brain. I was just waiting for the phrase "the little grey cells" to be mentioned, but I guess maybe that would be a bit too on the nose. Okay, well, I haven't shown you my disgusting tissue, so what do you think about it?
I found this tissue in the sewer.
It would have been best if you'd left it there.
Okay, and can I interest you in a shock?
Would you care to shake my hand, Inspector?
Please don't be offended if I decline your offer, Stobbard. The palms of my hands are particularly sensitive.
This might have been before the serializations of Poirot. Maybe I guess it's one of those things like because I grew up with Poirot just kind of like being a thing, so it's hard for me to pinpoint exactly when it would have started because it feels like one of those things that's just been around forever, but obviously it hasn't. David Suchet is not immortal. I don't even know were there Poirots before David Suchet's Poirot. If there were, I feel bad for them because David Suchet's Poirot is, in my opinion, the Poirot. I watched which one was it? It wasn't Death on the Nile, the Poirot movie with what's his name? I can't remember his name. Shakespearean actor and director. The guy who played Poirot in that movie, and it was fine, but it wasn't Poirot. Like, it wasn't real Poirot. I think was it Death on? Maybe I might be confusing. I might be confusing a TV Poirot episode with a Poirot movie. Maybe it wasn't Death on the Nile that I watched. Maybe it was Murder on the Orient Express, the movie. Branagh, that's it. Thank you. Yeah, Kenneth Branagh. And we can ask about fortune telling because I guess he's a psychic. It was Kenneth Branagh. Okay,
What do you make of this, Rosso?
It is a tool for gaining
Of course he
access
knows what it
to
is.
sewers.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
I'd imagine it means you have not given up your pursuit of the clown.
You're absolutely right.
Okay, and let's show him the photo.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No.
It's the face of a killer.
The man who bombed the cafe?
The photograph was taken soon after the explosion. He'd escaped through the sewers, leaving a trail of clues behind him.
Circumstantial evidence, Stobbard. None of it proves a thing.
So this is where, well, actually, with this case, I'm presuming that this game is set in the year that it was released, so 96. How good was DNA in 96? I know that it's like surprisingly recent that we actually got like good at DNA stuff, but like, this nose was on the guy's face. The handkerchief he has rubbed all over his face to get the makeup off. Maybe he's even like used the handkerchief. Presumably there is there was decent evidence attached to them, but of course because George stomped around in the sewers and picked stuff up and put it in his pocket, it's now useless. Oh well. Again, it wouldn't be very much of a point-and-click adventure game if you were like, oh, police, I found this evidence in the sewers. The police were like, okay, cool, thanks, bye, and that was it. And then you went home.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobbard.
I mean, I guess it's not that unusual for a policeman to be like, please don't try to be a policeman in my sort of in my city, to just some random American tourist.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
Oh. Could you tell me more about him?
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantow.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
It was in the 1920s when you could determine if blood was humans or animals. I think this might be me being confidently incorrect here, but I think when it comes to DNA, one of the things that allowed DNA to be more used wasn't so much the analyzing of the DNA itself, but the what's it called? It's like rapid polymerization chain reaction or something like that, which allows you to take a small bit of DNA and like duplicate it a lot, so you end up with a lot of DNA, and it's much easier to like analyze and stuff, because it's a destructive process to like sequence the DNA that you found and stuff, and so you have to be careful. If you don't have very much of it in the olden days, you couldn't necessarily risk doing a lot of analysis on it, because you destroy the sample and then have none of the evidence left. Whereas now, I think it's possible to effectively like infinitely duplicate your DNA evidence, so you have loads and loads of it to muck around with and do all the tests you want.
What was that psycho-detective business you did in the cafe?
It is my theory that the passions evoked in violent crimes create ripples in the ether, invisible to all but the possessor of a highly developed and receptive mind.
I'm impressed. Can you bend spoons, too?
I didn't think a man of your obvious intelligence would stoop to mockery.
I'm not mocking. I've had personal experience of the power of the mind. I used to get ignored at parties, until I read a book that changed my life.
Really? What was it called?
Hypnotism for Fun and Profit. He looked at me as if I'd farted at a funeral.
The power of mesmerism is a rare gift, not a party trick.
Okay. I guess we continue talking about this. Oh, the spoon bending thing. That was something that struck me, that maybe this is another like British reference that maybe is not as common or well known outside of the UK. How well known is Uri Geller in the US? If I say the name Uri Geller, does that ring any bells? Because I know Uri Geller was like pretty big in the UK and was like often on TV. Let me write it out. That is how it is spelled. He was like a con man, a scam artist, basically, who claimed to have psychic powers, and one of his big things was he would like bend spoons with his mind. So yeah, the whole the reference to spoon bending there, I think, has to be because of Uri Geller, because that was his whole shtick was bending spoons. Yeah, it's fun to spot the little cultural references.
You're not gonna try any of that psychic interrogation on me, are you?
Do you find the thought of my probing distasteful?
Probing is not the word I would have used.
I'd rather you didn't. I've got more doubts than doubting Thomas when it comes to mysticism.
Too bad. I think you would make an interesting subject under controlled regression.
The day I let anyone mess with my mind hasn't dawned yet.
Okay, is that everything? Can we...
Did I show you this photograph?
Okay.
Oui? You're still convinced he is the killer?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it looks like the items, once you've shown them once, you don't really get anything from showing them again.
So long, Inspector.
At least not so far. Okay, well now we have a name, so maybe now we call the tailor and ask him about Khan? Was he the one responsible for preventing the Pokemon Kadabra from appearing in media? Maybe. It could be that there are other spoon benders out there, because I know that Kadabra with his spoons. But it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, because if you're the sort of person who's going to make an entire career out of lying to people that you're psychic, then you're probably also the sort of person who's going to kick up a fuss when a children's video game uses a Pokemon with bending spoons as being part of their thing.
Hello?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart again.
What now?
Okay, now we can ask about
The
Khan.
man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Umbu. I don't remember the room number. It was
Upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
So naturally, the first thing we do is tell the police, right? Oh no, because he's off the case. All right. Well, since we're here, let's talk to them anyway. Oh, it was him. He claimed copyright infringement via his likeness.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
He did not look like a Pokemon. I will say that. Yeah, it's weird. Like there was, I don't know. Maybe this is like selective memory on my part, but it really feels like when I was growing up in the UK, there was a lot more supernatural psychic type stuff in the mainstream than you would have expected. A really good example of that is when the National Lottery started in the UK. I was in primary school. I would have been like 5, maybe 6. I was really young, and so it's the lottery. So they have the thing with all the balls going round, and the balls come out, and you see what the numbers are. Right? Okay, but that's not much of a TV show, right? That's like 5 minutes and it's done. They wanted to make sure they had enough runtime for it to kind of be padded out a bit. So they would put in some stuff about like, here's some of the charities that the money from the lottery goes to and stuff. But also, they had this character who, I don't know what her real name was, but she was referred to as Mystic Meg. And she was a quote-unquote psychic who, before the draw, would tell people, oh, like this week these numbers are like giving good vibes or something, or like she would make like psychic predictions basically about the lottery, which in retrospect is so weird that like this is an official like national thing that's been set up to ostensibly raise money for charity and potentially make occasional people very, very rich. And they were like, you know what, this is missing, this exercise in randomness. We need a pretend psychic on here. Well, I guess that's an oxymoron. We need a psychic on the show. And like, yeah, Margaret Ann Lake, and apparently she died in 23. Oh well, that's sad to hear. I bear Mystic Meg no ill will. But yeah, it's such a strange. Like I wonder how that came about. Like what was the conversation that ended up with that, and like how specifically was she picked? Like why Mystic Meg of all the other psychics they could have chosen? Presumably they didn't want to hire someone who was too accurate. Because can you imagine? Like imagine suspend your disbelief briefly. And pretend that psychics are actually real, and you put this woman on your show, and she's like, next week the numbers will be this, and this, and so of course a lot of people buy those tickets, and then it turns out that she was right. Well, you've got to scrap the lottery then, haven't you? Because all of a sudden she's just making it like whatever she says, everyone will pick those numbers.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
I guess I do, and I'll tell him about the hotel.
One moment, monsieur.
Maybe I don't actually. Maybe there will be no more dialogue options. We'll see.
It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
I feel like having to wait for him to say that and then wait for the inspector to walk over. I feel like you wouldn't get that in a contemporary game. I think gamers' attention spans and patience are too short. They'd want to be clicking through stuff and getting to the dialogue and doing things. Okay.
Did I say?
No, okay, so wait.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I have to cough. I'm gonna be real quick. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was because I was hydrating that I had to. A bit of water went down the wrong way, but I'll have a little bit more. And I will stretch it. She wrote horoscopes and papers for decades leading up to that. Yeah, I guess it makes like she must have been an established psychic to get hired. But yeah, Mystic Meg. Wow, that's a blast from the past. Okay, so I guess there's nothing to do
so long,
here.
Inspector.
Let's. I guess we can call Nico. Maybe. Actually, no. Maybe we should just go to the hotel and get some concrete information. Because just saying, I found out what hotel he's at. Here it is. So we can still go back to the cafe, which is interesting. Like I wonder if there's more to do there. Establish it with media journalist connections. I guess yeah. In the the world of media, it's a lot about who you know, right? Like, I mean, especially pretty much by definition, you can't be a psychic with a good track record, right? Like, if you were provably actually able to be psychic, you wouldn't need to have good TV connections, because you would just be able to win the lottery yourself, right? So yeah, it must all be about just who you know. Okay, we've got a man and a sign, and we can go behind here and we can go in there. Well, let's have a look at stuff first.
The sign listed the price of rooms, and boy, were they expensive. The killer must have been earning a fat wad to pay for accommodation like this.
I'm not sure I like the phrase "a fat wad." I understand the meaning, but I guess the contemporary meaning is potentially a little different. Okay, well, let's have an ogle of these two characters.
The man looked like an amiable Bigfoot.
I mean, he doesn't look that much taller than George. He's wider, certainly, but George's lawyering doesn't pay that well. Yeah, maybe he's not. I mean, he hasn't wowed me with his lawyerly skills yet so far, but maybe he'll rise to the occasion later.
The guy looked just like a weasel.
Okay. Do I want to talk to the? Let's have a chat.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Tissue first.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Okay. I guess let's
Will
try
you
and
shake
shock
my
this
hand?
guy.
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Oh, everyone's so unfriendly here. No one wants to give old George a handshake.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Okay, what's your take
What
on
does
this?
this tool suggest to you?
Hard labor.
And finally,
Do you
picture.
recognize the guy in this photograph?
No. I never saw it.
Okay.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing to me.
Okay, well, we've got. I'm getting an Italian vibe from this guy. So is he maybe mafia or something?
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be fun?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Rude.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
I think the rudeness is a result of the American debuff in Europe. That could well be the case. Although, I mean, if you're an Italian mobster, then maybe you're not well disposed to just be polite to people in the first place. Okay, that was everything.
forget it.
How about this guy?
Excuse me? Yeah?
Look at my
Do you
disgusting
recognize
tissue.
this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
Okay, I guess we've got comedy dumb big guy.
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats. What do these... Oh, never mind.
Like we don't even bother asking.
Have you
him.
ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
I'm sorry to be a burden on your brain.
Okay, this guy isn't Italian. This guy's like, I'm not great with various bits of America accents, but this sounds like a New Yorker maybe. So maybe
Did you ever meet a guy called Plantar?
he's mob
No,
but not
I
Italian.
ain't.
You
He's
missed your
American
chance.
Italian.
If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Trusted boys. Hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Okay, that's our
See you
dialogue
later.
options with them.
Not if you see me first.
Let's go inside. I like that it tells us that this guy's a professor. We just know at a glance he's a professor. Okay, there's our telephone. Okay, we interact with the piano, and we can go upstairs. All right, let's have a look at things first.
The woman was obviously English. She had all the qualities of Boadicea, Elizabeth I, and Margaret Thatcher rolled into one. It wasn't a pretty sight.
Okay, that's quite a description.
It was a magnificent old Steinway piano. I recognized the guy. It was the Nobel Prize winner from the country whose name I couldn't pronounce.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we knew he was a professor because we recognized him. That's fair enough. I'm gonna talk to him first. I don't want to interrupt the piano just yet.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like opening a conversation with someone being like, I can't pronounce the name of your country is wild. Like, that's tactless even for an American tourist in Paris.
Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
There's no way he's shaking my hand.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there. Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
Okay, so this guy's a little
What
bit
does this
sarcastic.
clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven.
Were mimes a major problem back in the 90s? Would you like, you go outside, you try to go to the shops and just get harassed by a gang of mimes? Like, why the mime hate? I can't remember the last time I saw a mime.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
Okay, so like, just like casually lying to everyone all the time, George.
Do you know
I mean,
a
I
guy
guess
called
he's a
Plantow?
lawyer.
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
Okay, and the clown.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Like the Marks and Spencer's reference, obviously that's a very British one. But no, it's funny enough, not somewhere I associate with clothes particularly. Like Marks and Spencer's for me is just like slightly fancy food. I guess they must have a clothes department because they're a supermarket, but...
Thanks for your help.
Okay, well,
Goodbye.
Can we fiddle with the piano then?
I figured the lady at the keys wouldn't appreciate a duet with a musical illiterate like me.
Okay, well, let's talk to her then. I'm kind of waiting for the next
Hi there, ma'am.
puzzle hook.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Okay, we've got a feisty old lady.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no!
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
Okay.
Can you think of any use for this tool, ma'am?
Oh, I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Was that a threat? Okay, well, let's try and...
Would you like to shake my hand, ma'am?
I doubt
Now,
this will
George,
work. No.
there's no need to be so formal. We meet as tourists, and I want to keep it that way, despite the enormous social gulf between us.
I mean, I guess, yeah, like, she's a member of the aristocracy. He's not even British. That's how far below her he is. He's an American, the poor guy. He doesn't even have a concept of the rigorous class structure that we have in the UK. Okay, let's ask about the nose.
Do you know what this is?
As a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Good heavens, are you trying to alarm me?
It's true. He uses the name Khan.
I've never heard of the man.
Okay, well, have
Do
you
you
seen him?
recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Okay, so we have another name for this guy. This guy's face, he's just like so cartoonishly, obviously a bad guy.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
Okay, cool. So we got her on our side.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Okay. So I guess we need to get in the safe.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantow's briefcase.
Wow, we can talk about this guy a lot.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
Let's leave talking about her till last.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets.
Have a
That
good
doesn't
evening, Wonderful. Thanks for
necessarily
stopping
make them
by.
gangsters.
And congratulations again on the 1 year. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate it. Have a good wind down and a good night.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I like the dialogue in this game. It's good.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Oh, is she being seduced by
What
the guy?
happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Okay. I think that's everything. Yeah, we did the items first.
I
Okay.
have to go, ma'am.
Alright. She mentioned a clerk. So, okay, here he is. And trim a stretch. I will do a good stretch. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music down slightly. It's a little bit loud. Okay. Actually, was there... Oh, I see. Okay. This wasn't available previously. Okay. Oh, actually, something I wanted to... Is there manual... Okay, yeah, like, I'm gonna... Because I haven't done a manual save yet, just to be safe, I'm gonna do one. I know that it auto-saves fairly frequently, but I want to be... It looks like there's only 3 autosaves, so I'll drop a manual save occasionally, just in case. Okay, so we can... Alright, presumably we can't just grab the keys.
Hanging from a brass hook was a key and a plastic tag. It was the register of guests staying at the hotel.
Right,
The
so
clerk wore a disdainful expression, like he'd been born with it.
can you check the option if you disable? Yes, I will check that option. I don't know where that option is, but I haven't like explicitly selected that option, so it's not in gameplay. I don't know where else it would be. General? No. I doubt it's dialogue. No. Interface? No. Okay, well, I mean, if it's possible to do that, then I don't know how, and I certainly haven't done it on purpose, so we'll see. Okay, so I guess we probably... I mean, I may as well just try and see what happens, but I'm guessing we have to get the clerk out the way.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were trying to steal that key, no?
No way.
Okay, well, can we just look at the register, or is he going to be mad about that
There
as
was
well?
no one registered under the name of Khan. If the killer was staying here, he'd used a different pseudonym.
Yeah, and we know what it is. How do I...
There was no one registered if the killer...
We know that his name is Merlin, right? Is there a way for me to... Okay, well, let's just talk to the clerk then, I guess.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Okay. Well, first things first.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
Why would you turn down the baggie? Like, I would... It's in your pocket, man. It's getting the inside of your clothes all gross. I'm surprised that... Like, I knew that it was possible to show this tissue to loads of people because of the clip compilation from Vivi's playthrough, but I'm surprised on like a meta level, I guess, that I know that it's a tissue with grease paint on it now, but like at what point, like how, when am I going to use this? Like, when is this going to be like a useful thing?
Do you recognize this red
Let's
nose?
do all of the items first.
No, monsieur.
What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
There's
Hey,
no way he
shake
shakes my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So this could be, like, I don't know. So I've seen one of these like hand buzzer things before, but the one that I saw, it wasn't electric. It just like vibrated. Which is not to say that there aren't electric ones, but like I giving someone an electric shock is very different from surprising someone because their hand got like vibrated when they weren't expecting it to. So I'm kind of curious, like, were there ever ones that were electric? Because also they're pretty small, right? Unless you have it like wired up to like a battery, it's going to be difficult to get enough voltage in something that small to actually deliver a shock that anyone's going to notice. I don't know. Maybe that's something for me to Google after stream. Hand buzzers and their history. All right, well, let's try the photo.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
But you can tell me that he's a guest. Okay, cool. All right.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
Okay, so I guess we have to go up into his room and like steal his passport or something.
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
Okay. So is that okay? So I guess maybe that's not our guy. I wonder what we need the key for. Then.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Okay.
Do you know a man named Plentau?
No, monsieur.
And I
I'm
guess
looking
he
for a
didn't
man who dresses
look like a clown when he was
clown.
here.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so.
Okay, that's all of our dialogue
Thanks for
options
your help,
with him.
buddy.
It's a little annoying. Like, we know the guy's name. Why can't I look at the
There
register?
was no one registered
Yeah.
under the name
Oh,
of
well,
Khan.
okay.
But the name in the book for room
Oh.
22 was Merlin.
Okay, so we needed to know about room 20. Okay, that's why we want to get into room 21, is because it's next door to room 22, which is the room that he's in. Okay. So... Alright, how do we distract the clerk then? Should we just go upstairs? Let's just go upstairs and poke around a bit. That's a big chandelier. Okay, we've got some rooms. This is 21? Yeah.
The sign on the door read 21.
Presumably it's
The
locked.
door was locked.
Okay. And this also is locked.
The door was locked.
Presumably this is also locked.
The door was locked.
Okay. And we don't have any items that would be particularly useful in breaking down a door. I guess maybe we can try and jimmy the door with the sewer key. Maybe. I doubt this will work. No. Okay. So maybe let's phone Nico because we do have more information now. Interesting that this number is still like. Will we ever actually need to call this guy again, or because maybe?
Bonjour, couleur.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the Killer's Hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
Oh, okay, that's it. All right. Do we have anything new with Mr. Professor here?
Hello again.
Doesn't look like it. Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Well, okay. I remember we could go around the back of the hotel. So let's do that.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check, nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Okay. So I guess this means
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
if we
What?
do find anything in his
I had
room,
to
we can't come
report
out the
you
front
to
door
the
with it.
authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Have I showed you my tissue?
Hey, Shorty. I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobart
George,
is on
I would
the
not have gone
case.
quite this hard.
That's Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh, yeah? And what are you gonna do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
Well, I mean,
Forget it.
let's let's see. Is he a man of his word? I'm gonna overwrite the save.
Hey, Shorty. I didn't think much of your trick.
Oh, we
I don't
already
know
had all
Maybe
this.
you'll spread the
Yep.
It sounded impressive. Still.
I do not like
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
yeah?
if you do not, without thinking,
Okay. Let's
Will you
let's
shake
really
my
push our
hand?
luck.
are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No,
Okay, so maybe he doesn't
does
actually.
this
Maybe that
tool
was just a
suggest
humorous
to
dialogue
you?
line.
hard labor.
Okay.
Forget it.
Let's have a look around the back. Actually, wait. We didn't talk to this guy again. Let's see if we have a new dialogue here.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Don't you think you have some explaining to do?
Huh?
I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country.
This isn't his
What
country. He's not
the-
French.
You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it.
Get lost. creep.
Okay, I guess that's all we get out of him. Alright, let's... down the back alley. I was kind of looking forward to getting shot. Alright, what do we have here? We have... Hello? Is there anything I can interact with? It looks like maybe... Okay, so maybe this is only for leaving and not for going in. Okay. Alright, well, back this way then. Luckily, Batman never comes here. Oh, over the alleyways, yeah. I'm gonna keep...
Hey, Shorty!
Is this just the same dialogue again? Oh, no, okay, we just...
Forget it.
What if I...
Hey, Shorty!
Hello? That was weird.
Forget it.
Okay, nothing appears to be happening. Oh, we can go this way. Oh, no, that's... Or is it? Is this back to the map? Or is this somewhere else? Let's find out. It's back to the map. Okay. Maybe there's more I can do in here. She wanted to help me, right? So maybe...
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Ah, here we go. Yeah, let's ask
Would
about
you
this.
distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's
She's
the key to an
aristocracy. She
empty
should be
room.
used to casual criminality.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
The Scouts' honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
No, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Okay.
I say, you there, flunky.
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
Fantastic. Okay, so we have a key, we have some progress. And I guess I can, I could have talked to her about the goons. So let's do that as well. And then I'll double check the professor in case maybe he knows something about goons as well.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about this.
I got the key. Thanks for your help, ma'am.
Oh, and then this.
Do you want this key?
No.
No, thank you, darling.
I have to go, ma'am.
Okay, we'll chat to the professor.
Hello again.
And we may as well.
Do you recognize this key?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
Alright. So, up to the room. And it was 21, so we can go in there now. So let's... I don't know if I needed to actually, like, select the item, but...
Maybe it wasn't the right room. but this was the right key.
Okay. And in here we have a wardrobe. And a cabinet. And... oh, and a window. Okay, so I'm guessing we go out the window into the alleyway, and that's how we avoid the
It
goons.
was a massive mahogany wardrobe. A cabinet stood beside the bed. The window looked out over a narrow alley surrounded by high walls.
Okay, open it up.
The window looked out over
okay,
a
that
narrow
doesn't change.
alley surrounded
I won't
by
go out
high
right now
walls.
because I'm guessing I won't be able to get back in this way, so let's have a look at this.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Okay, and then the wardrobe.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Oh, okay. Am I missing something? I feel like... oh, maybe I go along a ledge to the next room rather than there being a connecting door. Maybe they share a... well, no, there's not a balcony. I know that's sometimes a thing, that, you know, two adjoining hotel rooms will share a balcony. Okay, yeah, here we are. I'm just seeing if there's anything else to interact with here. It doesn't look like it. I think I just have to go in here. Luckily the window is open, I guess. We'd have been kind of screwed if it wasn't.
The cabinet had no drawers, just a single door.
Okay, we've got a bed. There's the briefcase.
The bed was several times larger than the narrow cot I'd been given at the place I was staying. It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died.
Strange that the wardrobe, like the room layout is different here. Like I tend to assume with hotels that all the rooms are basically identical. Whereas, you know, the wardrobe is in a different place here.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture.
Okay, what do we have in here?
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Okay, what about on his bed?
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
I'll leave the... well, no, let's do the briefcase. Let's just take it, I guess.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
All right, well then the wardrobe.
The interior of the closet was large enough for me to climb right in.
I wonder if that's a hint about me having to climb inside the wardrobe
The
at some
pants
point.
were newly laundered and pressed with immaculate creases. There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
All right, well let's... oh, okay, I guess we just close it.
The door led back into the hall, idiot.
Oh, wow, okay, I like that the audio had an extra insult that the text didn't there. Love getting called an idiot by George, who is, of course, you know, extremely smart.
There was nothing in the pockets
Oh,
of
that's
the
right, I
pants.
did check that. Okay, well, it's okay. What do I... there's nothing in the briefcase. We've looked at the bed. Do I just go out? I mean, it's locked, right? I can't. Oh, I guess I can. Oh. Oh, weird. The pattern on his trousers is, like, static.
I had the kind of feeling
Like when
in my
he
stomach
moves, the
that
pattern
would
doesn't
usually
move.
send me running to the bathroom.
All right, there we go, into the closet. Watch, look at the way the pattern on his trousers, like when his legs move. the pattern is like not moving with the trousers. What is that expression? Okay, so he apparently didn't notice a guy in his closet. Can we steal the trousers? No, but we can steal the contents of
I
his pockets.
couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants. The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Okay, can I... So it said no matches, but like everyone knows.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamat.
Like, you always inspect the matchbook because there's going to be like a phone number written on it or something, right? I just realized I haven't actually inspected any of these items myself. I've just been showing them to other people. So let me...
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers. It was Nico's photograph of the man we suspected of killing Plantar. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. It was the shaken shock buzzer I'd been given by the man in the costume shop.
Okay. Can I go back out this door? Save me climbing all through the windows. Yeah. And I'm guessing this door is still locked and I can't do anything with this.
The door was locked.
Okay, well, there didn't seem to... When I was on the ledge, there didn't seem to be any way to climb down. And I don't have anything particularly incriminating on me. Oh, but that's right, I have the ID. Okay, so now with the ID, I can get the item from the safe.
What now, monsieur?
Okay.
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that.
Okay. Is it wise to show him the key we
Do
stole?
you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little hook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
Why would you
I
regularly
suppose you want
service
to
your
do that.
hotel with an exorcist?
Not especially. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation,
Okay, we get to keep the
I
key
won't
at least.
stop you.
I was worried that he'd like take it back and we'd have to go and get her to distract him again and blah blah blah.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Oh, these guys.
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either.
Okay, that's everything new with him. I'm
Thanks for
assuming
your help, buddy.
it's fine for me to go outside now because I don't have... I think the thing they're looking for is whatever's in the safe, which I don't have.
Hello again. Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed, it does. For Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains. You do not know him?
No, I don't.
Can I ask more?
Tell me again about Alamut.
It is the home of the old man of the mountains.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
So yeah, I assume it's fine for me to leave because I don't have anything that they're interested in. So we'll have another quick
Hi,
chat
ma'am.
with her, and then
Hello,
maybe
George, what can I do for you now?
the police. Maybe.
I found this matchbook in Merlin's bedroom.
It came from the Club Alamut. It might be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
Is she gonna be like, he asked for no pickles, except to get into the safe?
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I own the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
Wow, the guy's walk. I didn't notice before.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
I feel like Greenham Common is a reference that I'm missing.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay. Alright, well then, now I think I do have the thing they're looking for. I'm going to drop another save, just in case. Okay, now let's... Actually, can I show that to him? Maybe he knows something about it.
Hello again.
Maybe this is unwise.
Have you ever seen this old manuscript before? You know what it is, don't you?
You are in great danger. Put the manuscript back and leave here.
What's going on?
I can say no more.
Okay, very mysterious.
Thanks for your help.
Let's see,
Goodbye.
I doubt she has anything to say about it, but I want to... Her dialogue has been particularly good, so I want to see.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
This is what Merlin was so keen to hide.
Really? All that fuss for a sample of wallpaper?
It's some kind of manuscript, and it looks to be very old.
If I was you, I'd keep it well out of sight until you're clear of this place.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I could roll it up and put it down my pants.
No, that wouldn't do at all. You'd attract far too much attention.
Okay,
I have to go, ma'am.
let's possibly get shot.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flash.
Is this what you're after, Guido?
See, that's it.
I can explain everything. Well, almost everything.
Too late. You're on your way to feed the fishes.
I'm allergic to fish. I break out in blotches when I eat tuna.
Let's go.
Jesus fucking Christ! Okay, I was not expecting that. Well, we didn't get gunned down in the street like a dog, I guess. But wow, but, like that's interesting. Okay, it's a game over. So like that from a like a I guess a meta point of view that makes sense. But that they search you, they find the thing they're looking for, and then they kill you? Like, surely they would just take the thing they're looking for. Like, why, if they were real gangsters, would they risk having to, like, kidnap you from outside the front of this hotel, take you somewhere, and then, like, murder you? It feels like a little bit of a strange choice. Let's do the manual save. It looks like it's 1 second before the autosave, but... Okay, so I think we probably have to go upstairs. And maybe drop it out the window?
The door was locked.
Oh, okay, so you do actually have to use the key on it. Oops, misclick. Damn it. Okay, and back out the window. Okay, I think that's like the "you've just made progress" sound. Ah, okay. So now we can interact with this.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard.
Ah, you can make it,
If
George.
I wanted
Jump.
my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Damn it. Okay, well, in that case...
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Okay, cool. Problem solved. So now we can go outside. And we get searched again.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Alright, and now we can safely return to Nico's apartment, I guess.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
I like the game very, very subtly hinting. Oh, they don't even make you go there yourself. They actually just force you here.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
I like the little cat cushion on the bed. That's cute.
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-Boo.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh yeah, maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
Interesting
How
that she
come you
knows
know
about the
about these
Templars.
I learned about them
Oh,
while writing an
immediately
article on the
explain it.
Crusades. This guy, named Hughes the Pagan, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive. But the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found.
I mean, though, if you did find the treasure of the Knights Templar, you probably
Jeez.
wouldn't say,
So the
right?
treasure
You would
is
just
hidden,
keep it
waiting
to
to be
yourself.
discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, Josh. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it.
Very trusting of her. Like, are we in for Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade kind of sudden betrayal by the attractive woman we've been working with? You're now going to see his lawyer training bears fruit in the story. Ooh, I can't wait.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, Josh.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Okay.
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but Bossa clan's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
I found Plantao's briefcase in the killer's hotel room. It was empty, of course.
Oh.
Let's take
Weird that
another
would
look
be a
at the
dialogue
manuscript.
option. Oh, I guess maybe you can find the briefcase,
Let's
come back to her
face
for
it,
like
we need
help.
George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
So worried. Andre isn't stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Okay, so we have a new location. Oh, and we can look at various bits of this.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Okay,
Like
it
I
turns
said,
out
I was only a kid.
George is a
I
little
didn't like the
bitch.
crocodile in Peter Pan either. A knight with a crystal ball. And there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinum mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
This is another one. So I don't know very much about the American legal system, so I don't know how much Latin is used in the American legal system. I know in the British legal system, which is, heavily relies on, precedent going back a really, really long time, there's a lot of Latin. And so maybe this is another, like, lawyers knowing Latin. Is that a thing? Is that a thing in America? Would you naturally assume that a lawyer would have some Latin? You think Latin is mandatory in every legal studies? It is. Okay, cool. Good to know.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
Yes, it's why it's not just a place known for weaving in ships. It's a place known for weaving in ships 600 years ago, or however long it was that this was made. So, possibly a little tricky.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Okay, so we're getting some clues here. Okay, that's just if you want to look at some more. I may as well. Maybe she knows where this place is.
In the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it.
Oh.
Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
I just this thing here. What on earth is this? Like, she's hanging clothes off it, and it looks like it's on some sort of like pulley thing that it can be raised and lowered. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. It's kind of strange. Like, is this instead of having a wardrobe? This can't be all the clothes she owns, right? It's very, very odd. I wonder, is this going to be useful later? I don't know. Did we already use this with
The
her?
guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag, a practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture.
All right. I think that's we've
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon Museum.
used everything
I'm
on everything
sure
and
you'll
talked
find
about
it
everything.
useful, George.
This camcorder here, it feels very like of a particular era. Okay, well, I mean, in the finest traditions of point-and-click adventure games, let's use everything on everyone. Maybe she knows where this club is.
Hello, my handsome friend.
It's called a pulley maid. Okay, I've never heard of those before, but that's interesting. Latin is not part of a curriculum in legal studies, except for certain important phrases. Whereabouts is here, if you don't mind me asking, PNP Gamer. Feel free if you're not comfortable doxing yourself, your location. That's absolutely fine. I understand. I'm just out of curiosity.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, but I can tell you one thing. There's no such place as the Club Alamut in Paris.
Okay, so it's not in Paris. You're in Finland. Oh, cool. This is going to be a wild statement. My PhD supervisor was from Finland. I started but didn't finish a PhD in physics. Yeah, my supervisor was from Finland. He's a really good guy. He was relatively young for a professor. Really like Pearl Jam. Yeah. Unfortunately, the only Finnish I know is swearing, and my pronunciation I'm sure will be terrible. So I won't attempt it. This stream has just been me not saying things in foreign languages, refusing to count to 10 in Irish, not swearing in Finnish. That's one of the ones that I know. I think Satana is another classic. Speaking of Perkele, I was at a geocaching event near Seattle a good long while ago. I think this was before I actually moved to the US. I was visiting. Me and my at the time fiance went to this geocaching event. It's a double at Satana. Okay, thank you for the correction. I appreciate it. I like to get things right. So my fiance was really big into geocaching, and there was this it was one of the really early geocaches, and it got lost for a while, and then someone refound it. And to get to it, you have to walk through through like an abandoned train tunnel that goes on for like a mile and a half or something, and so it's like pitch black in there and really cold, so it's like hard to get to. But people made it like an annual event that they would all gather together and go through it together, and then at the end you get to the geocache and you can mark it off in your geocaching book or whatever. And so it was a fairly big event. There was a lot of people there, and we came out of the tunnel and we walked to the place and hanging around, and there was a group of like younger men in front of us, and I heard them talking, and like the first word I heard them say was perkele, and I was like, yep, they're Finnish. I recognize that word. I thought that was kind of amusing that like this huge crowd of people, like all from presumably from all sorts of different places, and the very first thing that I heard and recognized was that one swear word. Does she know anything about this guy?
Can you tell me anything about this security pass?
I can tell it doesn't belong to you.
How come?
Give me some credit. If you're an electrician, I'll eat my antirrhinums.
You're a remarkably talented lady.
I don't think... Have we tried this on
Would
her?
you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
Okay.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
I should check. Actually, I keep forgetting that you can like walk around and that the camera sometimes pans over when you do that. Okay, so there's nothing that way. Let's go over here. Okay, so now we can go to the museum. Oh, and the hotel is done. Okay, that's good to know. We can still go to the cafe. I'm wondering what more is there to do at the cafe. Should we go to the police and let them know stuff? Well, let's do that. Like, because then the police aren't working on the case, so I guess like there's not necessarily a reason to go there. Let's go and get some more info. How are we doing for time? Actually, it's oh, it's later than I realized. Wow, I've been I guess I've been engaged with the game.
I could see several large shapes in a gloomy room. What they were, I couldn't imagine. I considered smashing my fist through the pane, wrenching open the window, and vaulting triumphantly into the building. Then I thought, no, that's dumb. Besides, I might get hurt.
I have been enjoying the game. Yeah, I feel like the plot so far, like it feels like the plot is just getting started. There's a lot of mystery, a lot of breadcrumbs and hints and clues and things that I'm assuming are going to like pay off later as we figure out more stuff. But I've been really enjoying the dialogue. I think it's great. I like how much variety there is. Like this is clearly a lot of work went into this to record all of the conversations. I can see why this is a classic. Let's go in here. I guess okay. I will play until I reach what I feel like is a fairly natural stopping point, and then I will call it a day, and I'll have myself some food because I'm getting a bit peckish. That's too close, sir. Personal space, please. Okay. Well. Okay. Actually. Okay. Maybe this is the natural stopping because there's a lot of stuff to interact with here. I feel like getting through this area is going to take some time because I want to, and I want to look at everything and inspect it properly. So, maybe this is. I will call it a day here because I've been streaming for 3 3.75 hours. That's a reasonable length for a stream. Yeah. Okay. Let's drop another save because you can never be too careful. Okie doke. And then I will start to look for somebody to raid. Let's see. Actually, is the game going to be weird if I... You just better go to sleep. I was just thinking, if you're in Finland, it must be really late there. I don't know what the time difference is. It must be like... Is it like a 10-hour time difference between the West Coast and Finland, maybe? Must be pretty... Is it like... What, is it like 4 a.m. there? Maybe? Like 4:30 a.m. at a guess? Yeah, there we go. 10 hours. That's... Yeah. Thank you very much for sticking around so late. I really appreciate it. But yeah, definitely head to bed. I guess, yeah, let's... Whoops. I will just go back to the main menu. And I will quit the game. And I will go over... Where am I? go over here, have a look at some nice scenery. I'll go here briefly. And yes, I will look for someone to raid, and that'll be the stream. Thank you very, very much, everyone, for stopping by. Especially, I mean, it's 4:30 a.m. Jeez. Oh, and thank you for the follow, PMP Gamer. I appreciate it. I don't stream very often, but I definitely will be streaming this game some more in the future. So look forward to that, I guess. I want to try and get into the habit of streaming a bit more frequently, more than just like on the weekend. So maybe there's a D&D group that I'm in that's kind of wrapping up. We probably don't have that many more sessions left. We tend to play on Wednesdays, and so I'm going to be getting my Wednesdays free fairly soon. So hopefully I'll be able to stream on Wednesdays as well as Sundays. Okie doke. Let's see who is streaming that I can raid. Who am I following? Who's streaming? Let's see. Aito's playing Wind Waker. That's not a bad choice. Your character died. Oh no. I hope it wasn't too traumatic. I touch wood. I've never had a character die yet. Although the conclusion of the campaign that I'm in my Wednesday group, it's possible / likely that at least some of our characters will die, and I wouldn't be too upset if my character did die, because it would be a very epic end to the story, I guess. But yeah, let's go raid Aito. Aito is a good bean, and also Wind Waker is a fantastic game. He got into -9 and instantly bled to death when his turn came onto -10. That's rough. Okay. Raid is ready to go to I'm so bad at thinking of raid messages. This always happens. I start the raid and then try and think of a raid message, and I'm so bad at it. Okay, I have an idea for a raid message. Actually, okay, it's taking me longer. I'm not going to make the same mistake I made previously, where I was in the middle of typing the raid message with the raid file. I'm going to cancel the raid real quick, then I'm going to write the raid message, then I'm going to start the raid again. Can you tell it's been a month since I last streamed? And of course, we have to use my lovely emote. So let's grab that. Sorry, I should be more prepared for this kind of thing. I think that'll do for a raid message. There we go. Everyone feel free to grab that. And now I can no, I need to go back in here and re-raid. There we go. Okie doke. So thank you for your patience while I fiddle around and figured that out. And yeah, thank you again, everyone, for stopping by. This has been a fantastic first stream back for 2026. I hope this bodes well for the rest of the year in terms of streaming. I really want to do more streams this year, because I like streaming. It's fun. Okay, I will send you off to Aito now. Have fun, and I will see you around.